The wolf had the fox living with him, and since the wolf was so much stronger than the fox had to do whatever the wolf wanted. So, the fox's greatest desire was to get rid of it. One day they both happened to be walking through the forest, and the wolf said, "Red Fox, give me something to eat, or else I'll eat you instead." "I know of a farmyard where there are 2 young lambs," the fox responded. "If you want, we can go and fetch one." That was fine with the wolf, and off they went. The fox stole the little lamb and brought it to the wolf, and departed. Meanwhile, the wolf ate the lamb, but was not satisfied. He wanted to have the other one as well. But when he went to fetch it, he was so clumsy that the lamb's mother heard him and made such a terrible noise that the farmers came running. Upon discovering the wolf, they beat him mercilessly until he retreated, limping back into the forest, back home to the fox. "That was some trap you've led me," he said. "I wanted to get the other lamb, but the farmers caught me and beat me to a pulp." "Why are you such a glutton?" replied the fox. The following day they went out into the fields again, and once more the greedy wolf said, "Red Fox, get me something to eat, or else I'll eat you instead." "I know of a farmhouse where the wife will be baking pancakes tonight. Let's go there and get some." They went to the farm, and the fox sneaked around the house, looking and sniffing until he discovered where the dish was. Then he snatched 6 pancakes and brought them to the wolf. "Now you've got plenty to eat," he said, and went his way. The wolf gulped down the pancakes in a jiffy and said, "They've only increased my appetite." He went to the farmhouse and reached for the dish. However, it fell to the ground in such a tremendous crash that the farmer's wife came out. When she saw the wolf, she called for some people who rushed to her side and beat the wolf so bad that he ran back to the fox in the forest with 2 lame legs, howling like mad. "That was some nasty trick you led me into," he exclaimed. "The farmers caught me and tanned my hide." However, the fox answered, "Why are you such a glutton?" On the 3rd day they went out into the field again, and although the wolf could only limp with great difficulty, he said, "Red Fox, get me something to eat, or else I'll eat you instead." "I know the man has been doing some slaughtering, and the salt meat is in a barrel in the cellar. Let's go and get it." "This time I'll tag along with you," the wolf said. "Then you can help me if I can't get away." "That's all right with me," said the fox, and showed him all the shortcuts and ways that enabled them to finally get into the cellar. There they found plenty of meat, and immediately the wolf began gobbling it down. "I've got time before I have to stop," he thought. The fox also enjoyed the meat, but kept looking around, and often ran into the hole which they had come, to make sure his body was still thin enough that he could slip through. "My dear fox," said the wolf, "could you tell me why you're continuously running back and forth and jumping in and out of the cellar?" "I just wanted to see if anyone's coming," the sly fox answered. "Just don't eat too much." Right at that moment is when the farmer came. He had heard the fox jumping in and out of the cellar. When the fox saw him coming, he went right through the hole in one jump and was outside. The wolf wanted to follow him, but he had eaten too much and was so fat he could not get through. Consequently, he got stuck in the hole. Then the farmer came with a club and beat him to death, while the fox ran into the forest, glad to be rid of the old glutton.